Well, hello everybody, how are we? I think everything's looking good. 12 concurrent viewers, 3 likes already. Bit of Leroy Jenkins in the chat. Good to see, good to see. Is everybody fine? Is everybody good? Is everybody alright? Aye. Good stuff, good stuff. It's good to be doing one of the mailbag streams again. Just going to pour myself a drink. Yeah, so I've heard back from one of the people about the craft. I'm sort of waiting on clarifications or updates or mod queries or adjustments to, but hoping to get a few more by next week so that we can actually get some final preliminary round going. So who do we... Concurrent viewers has just dropped to 6. That's weird. Who do we have in the chat? Project Velocity, Titan RT, Reaper, Juna Moose, Legged Lack, Ember Snox, T-minus 20 minutes. I assume that was 20 minutes ago. So right here, to start with, Cameron McDonald. Hello, good to see you, good to see you. We're up to 5 likes. Blimey. So what we have here is... Legged Lack has, in his own words, been butchering my craft. So this is one of his efforts. It's he's been, updating some of my designs. He's produced versions for, I think, all 4 of the ones I'm currently using in some capacity. So I just want to take a quick look at that. That's an interesting take on that. What have we got here? Bit of a dihedral on the wings, tail's been modified, and some engine pre-coolers. So I'm just curious to see what lunacy has been wreaked upon my own craft. Panther F2. That's not looking terribly different. I think the engines are a bit further back. And again, slight dihedral on the wings. And let's go for... Oh, and they've all been upgraded to Saturns, by the way, which might explain why the engines have been moved back to retain the balance. And let's... I almost dread to think, but let's have a look at the Red Hawk. Not a lot that looks terribly different. These are now at the back and this is at the front. Because, I mean, this was built with Saturn, so I don't expect anything to be too different. Anyway, to start with, we have had a request from Ali Usman, who wants me to take a look at one of his craft. Where are we? The Hannah... Ooh. Harp Flare Box. Okay, so we won't be taking a look at that today. What we will be taking a look at is the BE-72 Vortex by Titan RT. The star of the thumbnail. I've taken it up for a bit of... Well, let's take it up for a bit more of a test flight. Yeah, so as I said, I just this was the first craft I've got, which was in the inbox that was definitely labelled as being for the live stream. So I thought, yeah, let's stick it in the thumbnail. Stick this on. Well, I was going to stick it on second, but obviously that didn't quite work out. I'm just going to adjust my volume levels. There we go. Yep, that's let me know about the sound levels if anything's not quite right. But yes, let's take this up for a quick test flight. I haven't done a hideous amount of testing with this. So let's see. Ooh. Well, it can certainly turn. Nice little craft. Plenty of wing area on it. Yeah, I think this will be able to do the old... oh, if I can get it. Oh, crap. My bad. That's... Save. You can probably do my usual figure of eights round... never mind. Let's see how this does in a dogfight, and I'm fascinated to see what happens. I want to choose the crew as well. Stick you over here. I'm fascinated to see what happens if we get some of Legedlack's bastardized version of my own craft. So, the BE-72 Vortex. Who do I normally have with Jebediah? I think it's normally Daffy I have with Jebediah. And Maximus Light will be pleased, because I'm going to just offset them like this for the time being, because I've been getting that rotation bug quite a lot. And that's really irritating. Actually, it shouldn't be too bad if you're just spawning them in, but just in case we have to reload on that. I want to see how this performs. I want to see how this little bizarre creature. Want me to send you my recreation F-16 instead of just that FAS one? You can do. You can do. We're not bound by the fighter subscriber rules here, so if you want to, you can just send me in whatever. I won't be too bothered about getting these lined up. This isn't fighter subscriber where I try and do everything absolutely properly. Spawn vessel. I'm just fascinated to see how these perform, because it just visually they are the most. They have had the most striking change with Legedlack's revisions. I mean, they don't have that front intake, which is kind of what makes the that family, that Dragonfly family of craft, sort of so distinctive. But there we go. Vessel switcher, let's get these onto the other team. Fire up these, fire up these. I'm assuming if Legedlack's done these, that these are just going to be able, just going to take off the moment I click to start the competition. So let's see, shall we? I'm getting paranoid. I'm going to do that. Got a quick save one more time. No, they don't. Need the fuel tank in front, and shoving a cylinder in there just makes it weird. Fair enough. Yeah, they do seem to be pretty manoeuvrable. How are these the BE-72 vortexes or vortices? Because vortices is the plural of vortex. No, oh, I never know about this. BE-72 coming around, managing to get missiles away, as do the Clubtails. Braking low, gets a second missile away. I'm assuming that. Yeah, that'll be able to turn and start gaining altitude before it crashes into the ground. Jebediah looks to like he successfully dodged. I've got a thing from Reaper. I thought I'd turned those notifications off. Never mind. Daffy Kerman also doing well. Antina Kerman breaking low. Popping countermeasures. Oh, that missile looks like it's going to be close. She just about managed to get sort of perpendicular to its path in time. Has gone through quite a few of her missiles. Now going for the Sidewinders, though. Richmore Kerman is looks like Richmore Kerman's the bait at the moment, just popping countermeasures as missile after missile comes in. And one of the BE-72 vortices has been ripped apart. Daffy Kerman's craft. Now Jebediah is going to come in and see what he can do. Laying guns onto one of the club tails, but it looks like he's got a bit of company himself. I think that other club tail might be distracted by this vortex. Where are you? Yeah, looks like it. So Jebediah will try and take advantage. Oh, that was a glorious opportunity there. Couldn't quite take it. Now lining up the shot though. The BE-72 has landed. Looks like that other club tail is now hot on Jebediah's case. And that's going to make things a lot more difficult. 2v1 is always a difficult one to come back from, unless this Sidewinder finds its mark. No! Looks like that was actually successfully distracted by a flare. Oh, that's perfect. That is perfect. You are not going to find a better opportunity than that. Another looks like Sidewinder incoming. Jebediah manages to squirrel away from it though. Sidewinder's not been quite as reliable so far. I'm not sure if people have just been sticking extra flares on their craft. Oh, gunfire coming in. He's making a proper job of it. I'll give Jebediah that. He is making a proper job of it. A scorching, a shredding. A crippling, and it looks like that'll be followed up by a complete disassembly. Nope. Jebediah will be left to glide a bit longer. Daffy Kerman did survive though. Valentina, Richmore Kerman coming in. Oh, getting just... That sadly is the end of Valentina. Okay, club tails work. Yeah, I think that would be fair to say. But watch now as the hunter becomes the hunted. I don't think comic TV villain is my calling. But oh yeah, these guys can turn. Valentina pulling hard around, going a bit low there. Oh, Valentina! And Richmore Kerman is victorious. I think he might be trying to go for that. Let's stop that. So yeah, the BE-72 Vortex. Well, what remains of one of them. It seems to be a good craft. Obviously, sadly, did not triumph in this one. But yeah, Not bad at all. All right. I can still revert to spaceplane hangar. Okay, so thank you for that, Tartan. Titan RT or Tartan IT, whichever one you want to go for. You need your computer fixing. So what was next? Next we had Daniel. Daniel, who sent me in an F-35. Ooh, interesting looking craft. Interesting looking craft. Mostly gone for the sidewinders, I see. We need a stream where you talk Scottish for 2 hours. Ah, no. So yeah, just standard, pretty standard. The 2 Vulcan cannons, range of countermeasures here on the back. Just the 2 of each, 2 AMRAAMs and the 8 sidewinders. Interesting. Let's take it for a quick spin, and then we might put it up against the Cyclones. I think Legolat's basically hopping up and down there, just just in the stream chat. Look at all of my craft. Look at all of my craft. Just got into BD Armory and I'm building fighters. How can I send them to you? You can send them to the email address, which I will type in the stream chat. Just checking I've actually spelt that right. Yes. But welcome, yes, BD Armory. It will, yeah, you can just waste your life on this little mod. As if you couldn't waste enough of your life on the game anyway. Going very much faithful to the original with the single engine. Has gone for the Panther. An interesting choice, although I think it might be a light one. I think this is just the standard adjustable ramp intake. Has that been scaled up a bit, or is it just the fact this craft is quite slender? I think it might just be the fact this craft's quite slender. I'm interested in seeing other people's craft. Fair enough. Yeah, that just the single engine. Might cause it a bit of... Seems to be causing it a few power problems, but reasonably manoeuvrable. Came through that with actually a fair amount of its speed intact, but it's just one of those things you can't really... I mean, this with a single Saturn engine, that would be delightful to see. Delightful? Sorry, I've gone very 1930s. Okay, I'm going to revert this to launch, and I think I'm going to put it up against a couple of my original Cyclones. Thank you, all of your videos, very high action drama. I like your narration about the individual pilots as well. Oh, thank you very much. Several hundred hours of my life on this game. Do F-35 versus F-22. Do I have an F-22 in here anywhere? Let's just get a couple of these down. And then we'll see what we've got in the old collection. This is just F-35, wasn't it? I do have an F-22 Raptor that someone sent me. And there's Dappy Kerman. The remaster I sent you is F22-ish. Oh, the CM121. So let's see what else we have. That's more than 10 full days, almost 2 weeks. Right. Cameron McDonald, did you mean the CM121? Would you like a Sukhoi Su-47 to put the Raptor? Well, I've kind of got a Su-47 in the form of my my Red Hawks. Learn from your past mistakes. It's just where if I'm doing a video like Fight a Subscriber, I can line them up, and if I get the turning bug, I can just reload at my leisure and make sure everything's behaving. But yeah, when it's sorry, there's a load of noise going on outside. Remaster is the same F. I'm not sure if I picked that up. Oh, we've got two here. I'm not sure which is which. Where's the old Steam library? Kerbal Space Program. Kerbal Space Program. 2,736 hours. And for quite a lot of that, for quite a lot of the time I'm playing KSP, I've not been launching it through Steam. I think I've probably got at least another 500 hours on top of that, and I still suck at it. Let's load this first one here because they seem to be identical. I think that's just I made one with a slightly different. I took just to put for the sake of putting a dash in there, so putting the hyphen in there so it will read a little better. Making nuclear bombs. Yeah, all right. We'll go Cameron McDonald's. CM121, an F22-ish craft. This one's going to want to be... Yeah, I got the rotation bug there, you can see it. Was that just perspective? I don't know. Let's just spawn this other craft and have a look. Yeah, sorry about having to go pull some of the windows too. It's just there's sirens and noise. It's like, I know we're in the middle of a slow burn apocalypse anyway, but... Move you across, place the vessel. Vessel switch, put you over to the other team. Yeah, you're turning around, I can just get you to face a little bit out that way. Try and prevent you two crashing into each other too quickly. Oh. Always put the brakes on, boys and girls. I thought the turning bug had just stepped itself up a notch there, but no, it was just my general incompetence. So Daniel, if you're watching live or if you're watching back, let's quick save. Actually, let's quick save again here. Let's get this show on the road. Oh right, okay. Well, if it's kind of fixed itself now, then not to worry. The F-35s. Yeah, Daniel, if you're watching, I definitely, if you're going single engine, I definitely recommend swapping that out for one of the Saturn engines. I think I just don't think you're gonna get a practical level of thrust out of just the one. And what's the fuel load like on this? It seems to be quite reasonably 800 fuel near enough. I think that's maybe a little excessive for the one end. Actually, for one Panther, that's hugely excessive. Yeah, you could quite happily get rid of most of that, and these craft will still perform. Oh. That's the other problem, we're not quite having enough power. F-35 gets away, a Sidewinder that might trouble the CM-121. Oh, does manage to dodge those two missiles. Now into a gunfight though. Both craft popping countermeasures. I assume that means because there's a couple of Sidewinders coming in and there's no escape for that one. Yeah, it could definitely lower the amount of fuel there by quite a lot. I mean, unless you really are getting into some kind of endurance fight, you could quite comfortably lose at least half of that fuel. Legged lack, 200 is more than enough. I have been in some fights in Fighter Subscriber, Season 2 and Season... No, actually more Season 2. Some of those fights went on for a quarter of an hour. And 200 fuel per engine would not have cut that. Yeah, for the sort of fights we're getting nowadays, where my craft have been quite heavily upgraded and the craft I'm receiving have also been notched up quite a lot. Yeah, 200 should do you. My F-16 has over 800. Good lord. Let's go. For those who are interested, is everybody on the seen on the Discord where I've put the current standings from the Fighter Subscriber preliminaries. If 200 fuel is not enough, then you have other problems. I think my longest fight was 18 minutes, and yeah, I did have a problem there, which was an 18-minute fight. That just... oh god, I had to edit that down something. Right, we can revert this flight to the spaceplane hangar because we have more to look at. Also turns out the blueprint won't work in 1.8.1. Remake, my god. Oh dear. So yes, thank you for that, Daniel. How's it balanced at the moment? Where's all the fuel? The fuel is here and here. What happens if I just... So, actually, let's get a good look at you. Sort of level with that edge of that little square there. So what happens if we just drain all the fuel out? It's a little further forward. So we've got 320 in there and 80 in there. That's roughly in the same place as it was. Yeah, so just take a load of fuel out. Just that's half of it done. And as has been mentioned, that will see you fighting for a very long time, or travelling for a very long time. I mean, if we notch it down to 200. I think you just want it all in this rearward tank. I'm just going to take a quick look, see how that performs. You know, the F-16, it took me a few days. Oh dear, Reaper. 10 minutes of hard fighting. What was the longest dogfight? I mean, I could go trawl through all the footage I've got, but I'm not going to do that. To see what exactly was my longest fight, but oh god, some of them dragged. Right. I'm not sure. Is there an action group to toggle the engine mode? Nope, there isn't, so I'll just do that here. And we should have a craft that performs a lot better than it did. Yeah, it's certainly accelerating out after the turn quite a lot quicker. Turning a little bit quicker. But yeah, I'd stick a Saturn engine on the back. Stick a Saturn engine on the back of that, and I think that should see you through quite nicely. Or just, I mean, it's performing better, as I said, just with the 200 fuel in it. Anyway, we have more stuff to look at. Save the just sort videos by length or size. Yeah, that is noticeably better. So, Alexander Regala. Alexander, what have you sent for me today? Or what have you sent me today? That was not good grammar. The Raven X. I have no idea what any of these look like, by the way. This is just... Ooh, interesting. I apologise for the campness of that expression. Ooh. What is that in there? Is that just... It looks like... Oh no, that's just the Goweight. Saturn's on the back. Alexander, you have piqued my interest. Let's go take a quick look at this. Not enough missiles. Yeah, the Saturn engine is in. It can be found in the BD Armory. It's part of the BD Armory mod. Just sort videos by length or size. It's. I mean, I could do, but I'm talking about the raw footage here, and that's. Every video I've ever made has its own folder, so I'd still have to go through all those folders. I'm just not going to. Let's stability assist, park the engines. Is there a... Nope, no action group there. Toggle mode on that one, toggle mode on that one. Let's see what this baby's got. Looking good so far. Comes quite nicely through the turn. Hints of a little maybe instability there as we're turning. Yeah. Oh, nuts. I'm doing it again. Oh, thank God. It's just twice in one live stream. That would not reflect well on me. Yeah, it's just got that little tendency to try and sort of roll that way as I'm pulling up hard. Doesn't do it as I pull straight over. Alright, interesting craft. Let's that's not what I meant to do. Revert flight to launch. Let's get this lined up against some other craft. Big Gorilla, hello! That was a little close. Very much a little too close for comfort. I think you have some grass in your exhaust. So my F-16 has a ton of SAS wheels, but they're easy to remove, so it should be fine. Well, as I said, this is just the live stream. The fighter subscriber rules don't apply here, so, you know, send in whatever ridiculously overpowered stuff you want. So, one of you there. One of you... Raven X. Forgot for a second. And as I said, I normally pair Daft Kerman with Jebediah, so we'll get you there, but of course moved out a bit in front. I had to re-download my BD Armory because I don't have the Saturn engine and I get no bullet damage. Okay, that's weird. I've been getting a few queries in the comments about people who've had weird bugs with BD Armory. I'm going to put this up against Legged Lax take on my Cyclone, because I'm just curious now. What is that that's sticking out there? Is that just... Oh, for goodness sake, did I not put the... Nobody saw that, nobody saw that, nobody saw that. I think we got away with it. Spawn vessel. Cyclone F2 then. And Richmond Kerman. Get you vaguely lined up. Brakes on this time. Okay, we're looking good. Okay, quick save that one more time and let's get this underway. The Cyclone, my Cyclones with Saturn engines, it's... Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Mikhail, good to see you, or Michael? I'm not sure. This is 1.9.1. How are these things flying with AI though? That's going to be the interesting point. We need a module manager for bullet damage. Quick turners. Missiles away, missiles incoming though. Jebediah gets a second AMRAAM off. There's definitely Well, there's definitely one fewer cyclones now, but I was about to say there's definitely no messing about with these control surfaces. Oh, and that's both of them gone now. I'm going to reload that. I want to see that again. Oh, God bless you guys. Nothing important then. Exactly. I want to try that one again. I'm going to follow the cyclones up this time. Because I just want to have a closer look, see what happens. 4 sets of countermeasures on this one, I see. Good stuff. I never get a hit with AMRAAMs. Well, let's just, as I say, we'll follow the cyclones up and see what happens this time. Turn fairly sharpish. Away with 1 AMRAAM, or out, away with 2 AMRAAMs. Braking low. I think it's probably going to be 2... Yeah, looks like 2 missiles per craft. Oh my word! Okay, so one of the cyclones didn't manage to dodge very well. This one did. There's no chaff on the craft. What have we got? 336 flares. What have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they're all the same colour. They're all flare dispensers. Maybe I removed it by accident when I went from 10 to 6. But quite possibly. Anyway, let's move on to our next craft. What do we have here? Project Velocity! No chaff, no craft. Yeah, especially with the AMRAAMs. You're not going to do well. The ADF-44, the latest version of Project Velocity's ADF-44, he has decided to call the ADF-44 Sausage. And this, especially for this stream, is the ADF-44 Laser Sausage. Just bask in its majesty, everybody. This is going to be interesting. Let's take this up for a test flight. It is your turn, Project Velocity. It is your turn. Let's see how this handles in flight, because that's gonna be interesting. No, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Like it's it doesn't fly well, lol, but the AI likes it. Yeah, you get craft like that occasionally. I think at those low speeds it might be calling out for a bit more wing surface. I think it does quite well once you've got it up to got it up to pace. But once your speed drops below 100 or 80 or something, it does seem to start suffering. Let's take a quick look. Yeah, down below about 100, it's kind of lacking the wing surface to manoeuvre just with the weight of the rest of it. But an interesting craft. How much damage can this thing do? Not a hell of a lot by the looks of things. I still like the idea of just the laser on top of the craft. Oh, and it swivels as you move the thing. That's okay. Let's get this set up into a dogfight. I like the dildo nose. I did mess with the fuel balance. I can after building it once. Rebuilding is a lot easier. Nice. Target Fortnite. I don't think I saw you slip in. Hello. A lot, but its accuracy is amazing. It's by the ADS Morgan from Ace Combat. Laser depletes airplanes, though. Let's get this set up into a dogfight of some description. And after this, I think we are fresh out of craft, and we'll have to go see what we've been sent in the meantime. I've got that F-16. If I can get the bloody words out. Spawn vessel. The ADF-44 laser sausage. Let's see how the new and updated No, I almost want to see this do some damage. I almost want to see this do quite a lot of damage. I think I'll stick you... where's the first... Yeah, let's go for the earliest version of my cyclones that I have. Does very well against realistic fighters. I want to see this thing pick planes apart with this laser, so I'm going to put it up against something that's not... It's got quite a large wing surface for it to aim at. That's one down. Sorry, Valentina. You're cannon fodder for this one, I'm afraid. Rich Mulkerman. Put you about there. Oh, behave yourself. Oh, that'll do. Okay, quick save. Let's see what happens here. There's the ADF-54 laser sausage, or the craft with, as Legged Black put it, the dildo nose. Gets tested in combat. I sent you another craft for the mailbags. It has no cannon, by the way. What if that realistic fighter has 14 SAS units? I think that cockpit have one built in. Wait. Are you firing missiles in the wrong direction there? Is this... Oh, I think that's the... Yeah, this craft is obviously set up to do the thing where you can get missiles away quickly. Does this thing have a rear-mounted radome? Oh, no, it's got the NMB cockpit. Although we should be on the this should be the nerfed version, so it shouldn't have that great a range. A cone in front of it. Here we go. Get going with the airborne laser. Missiles coming in. NMB doesn't do anything. Ah. That was an AMRAAM. Ah, that's not going to do anything. Laser sausage not doing anything here for the moment. Nor here. Oh! Managing to get... It strips... The laser strips apart one of the cyclones, sadly, just as its owner was getting stripped apart as well. I think, though, the laser sausage... I can't believe I've got to call a fighter the laser sausage with a straight face. Just as the laser sausage itself was coming apart, but the laser sausage did better than the cyclone. Yeah. How's the other laser sausage getting on? Laser sausage. Oh, damn you, Project Velocity. Coming in. Looks like Sidewinder's away. Valentina's craft just gets slowly and methodically stripped apart by the other laser sausage. What the hell am I saying? Valentina Kerman survives. One laser sausage is in perfect working order. The other one has just that second crashed into the ocean, sadly lacking its laserness. Is where it doesn't do good damage. Bit of a point defense. So the laser sausage is the winner. Ah, okay. So anyway, what else did I get sent? Right, there was something else. What else did I download? What else was it I downloaded? Just bear with me a second. Oh, we do have that. So that's the F-16. Let's show that in the folder. Let's see who else has been getting in touch whilst we've been on air. Remaster of the... Oh! Okay. And for the mailbag from Titan RT. Okay, is that everything? Just check nothing's gone into spam accidentally. Nope. Okay, so 3 more craft. Let's bring up the spaceplane hangar. So we have the F-16, and I want that one as well. TG, right. Just making a note of who sent me what. Reaper. Tight. Oh, let's bring up the live stream window again. No, that didn't download. Hang on. Did that download? Show in folder. Skip this file. Okay. And we've got quite a bit of flickering there. But I think we're all set up. I picked the perfect name, didn't I? I was going to have a whole line of fighters with breakfast-themed names. That means the F-16. It's got to be to fly and manage to land it on the VAB. Don't ask how. Well, let's go have a look at that then. So Reaper's F-16, I think, is the next one on the list. I did put you in there, didn't I? No, I didn't. Why didn't I do that? And the Zom 2G, yes, you're in there. Just put the one craft in there. Okay, cancel. Open again. Second time should be the charm. Just around here. F-16 fighting Falcon. Oh, interesting. Bit of a job been done there. Quite a lot of care and attention's gone into that. Like the way you've done the drop nose there. That's quite quite interesting. Well, the slight droop on the nose. Okay, what are we looking at armament-wise? We have just the one Vulcan cannon. I think we're going for realism here. The 4 AMRAAMs, the 4 Sidewinders. Let's give this a quick test. Bring up the live window again. Oh, see you later, Junimus. Good to see you. 2 Satins within each other because of the weight. Should see my A10. Taking a little while to load this one. Oh, but we get there in the end. Okay. Okay, so that obviously does. Okay, that's the mode thing. I guess it clicked engine, so this isn't a not going to make it onto Fighter Subscriber, but on a little. There's a few tiny little little pieces of superfluous landing gear, which I assume are to prevent tail strike and the like. Okay, interesting. Can certainly turn. Let's get up a bit of speed. Get it up to about 200 meters per second or so, maybe about 250. Yeah, that can flip around quite heavily at quite high speeds. Interesting what you've done with some of to make that little curve there, just with the those extra fuel. I assume they're fuel tank parts. Yeah. Okay then. I won't. I'll take your word for it on the pointing up and hovering thing. I do want to get this thing into a fight, though. DRS Gamer has sent me an improved version of his Zom 2 Thunder Screech. So I think that might be the perfect adversary for our little F6. Unless you want it to put up against something else, Reaper. I shall leave the details up to you. I'll have to have a look at that, because that does sound quite impressive. We've gone past it. F-60, the Fighting Falcon. And Daffy Kerman. It's taking its how many parts is this, Reaper? Just out of curiosity, if you're aware. Turning bug already kicking in quite badly with that other F-16. We'll we can sort that. No preference on the craft you wanted it to fight against. I think, DRS Gamer, if you're watching, I don't think you're on the stream at the moment. You in the Discord? No, I think. Looks to be offline. But we will, if you're watching back, DRS, we will take a look here at your. Because he sent me an improved version of his Thunder Screech, and I do want to take a look at that. Sent to you an F-22 Raptor Sukhoi Su-47 and an orbital SSTO version of the Sukhoi complete with space missiles. Ah. I'm not sure we'll get through all of that today, but thank you very much. I'm kind of hoping to keep this down to about 2 hours, guys, just for your information. So hoping to finish about 9. Yeah, that is turning. Let's get these. I do like this craft. Valentina in one of them, and back down to the bottom. Rich Kerman. Those ones can. Okay. I'm not going to worry that much about this one because it appears to be slowly turning off in this direction, but this one I think I will, just so it doesn't just... I think it might prove problematic if I just try and take it off like that. So we'll just give it a bit of a... Tell you what we'll do. We'll start everybody's engines. Grab you. Turn you back the right way. And if we quickly save it and get them into the air, how much fuel do these carry? Let's get rid of the vessel mover. I said let's get rid of the vessel mover, thank you. 2,800 and... Yeah, I think I found something you might want to adjust in future versions. Take a quick look at the more recent version of the Thunder Screech. It is quite a beautiful craft. That is a lot of fuel. You have enough fuel to circle the globe. Although the F-16s do get their missiles away first, I think. Although the Zom-2, does that have any? I don't think it has any AMRAAMs. Huh. Been kind of interesting to see what people have done with missiles this season of Fighter Subscriber, because it has been all about the Sidewinders. Getting down to about 6 kilometers, still not an ideal range for the Sidewinders, but getting there, closing down to about 5 kilometers now. Any second now, these Thunder Screechers are going to be able to just turn around and layer just shed load of Sidewinders into these things, unless the F-16s get to them first. That looks like that's one of the Thunder Screechers gone. That looks like one of the other Thunder Screechers is gone. No, down but not out. Yeah, now it's down and out. The other one, missing quite a lot of stuff. Still got its Sidewinders. Not for much longer, I don't think. Still does have some control surfaces. Losing quite a lot of other stuff though. Ah, dear. An impressive showing there from the F-16s. Obviously, as we've discovered, they are not. I think that Zom, the Zom 2 Thunderscreech was a sort of a fighter subscriber standard craft, and this isn't. So this kind of had a natural advantage. So not the most surprising result. What else have we got here? Let's revert to the spaceplane hangar. Let's have pre-coolers. Okay, what else have we been sent? Titan, we've seen one of your crafts, so I am going to go. We've also seen one of Cameron McDonald's craft, but we haven't seen the one he's sent me specifically here, the remaster. The latest version of this latest iteration of the CM121. Let's go see how this flies. I see people have been enjoying the video I posted up in the off-topic section of the Discord a little earlier. Perjanat is my favourite. Right, the science guy not here? Huh. Right, stability assist, engines. There we go. Let's fire it up. Yeah, that seems to fly quite smoothly, quite nicely. Huh. It feels refined. That's all I'll say. It just feels like a refined craft to fly. Not ridiculously manoeuvrable, but you know, that balance between manoeuvrability and speed, not ridiculously one way or the other, but still just this. It's like a 12-year-old single malt. Whereas, you know, I've been spending a lot of time drinking, you know, during. Whereas with some of the craft I've been spending quite a lot of time drinking, like supermarket own brand. That's sort of a whiskey metaphor for you. Let's go back to not in real life because I don't drink. Just to give you an idea of how it feels to fly the thing, let's get this set up. I think I'll want to put you. Spawn another one. I might put you up against Legged Lax. Take on my Panthers. Favourite happens to Macallan 12. That your favourite whiskey? I was always a big fan of the Glenmorangie. I did like a peaty sort of yeah, good peaty whiskey. Not too peaty, not something like a Lefroy. How, I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce it. How are you supposed to pronounce it? How to spawn? Hello, Baloo. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce it. I do apologise. I have installed Vessel Mover. So what I see, I've got my little Vessel Mover tab here. So let's get rid of the BD Armory. I've got my little Vessel Mover tab. I bring that up. I've chosen Choose Crew. I put that on for various reasons, and I choose Spawn Vessel. It brings up the window. You need to have Vessel Mover installed, though. It does, but it does make setting these things up quite a lot easier. Panther F2. Let's put Daffy Kerman there. Let's place you down there. Actually, just bear with me a second. It is pronounced Lefroy. Sorry. Oh, and bring the live stream window back up. For those of you who don't drink whiskey, Lefroy is an interesting whiskey. It's like a single malt. There's some wheaties are very sharp and others are very peaty, and the peaty ones are the sort of ones I used to drink. Like the single malts. And Lefroy is about as it goes too far. How the only way I can describe it. Imagine smelling commercial grade toilet cleaner. Like you go into some service station or something, and you just smell that. Now think to yourself, what is the nicest that something with that smell could taste? That's Lefroy for you. It's not terrible. It's just a bit weird as far as single malt whiskies go. Anyway, get rid of Vessel Mover, bring up Vessel Switcher, remaster, Panther F2, quick save. Let's see what happens here. I will follow the Panthers up because I'm curious to see how they've changed. Reaper, you having difficulties with your F-16 as you're throwing it together? That was a little close. Follow these guys up. They do seem to be they do seem to be manoeuvring a little bit easier. They do seem to be manoeuvring a little bit easier. They do seem to be manoeuvring a little bit easier. They do seem to be manoeuvring a little bit easier. They do seem to be manoeuvring a little bit easier. They do seem to be manoeuvring a little bit easier. They do seem to What's the distance on them? 7 kilometres, 7.5. Yeah, so we'll follow those up. We will switch to the remasters here, though. Seem to be having a bit of difficulty getting around. Okay, now Jebediah Kerman gets around. The Panthers not get their missiles away yet. Huh. Oh no, they have. They're flying in there. Just this one doesn't seem to have any missiles locked on. Jebediah doesn't seem to have any missiles locked on him specifically. I think they're all going for Daffy. And oh! I think a few too many missiles went for Daffy. It's all on Jebediah now. Jebediah lines up one of the Panther F2s. As the other remaster crashes into the ground. Oh, that is a perfect opportunity! Oh, Jebediah. How could you not? Jebediah now in a bit of trouble, has a missile incoming. Popping countermeasures. Looks like he will manage to avoid that little one too. But the Panthers still have got plenty to launch. Jebediah does still have some sidewinders. If he can turn round and get one of those away. Maybe. And come back into that fight. That was a little close. That was a very brave manoeuvre to pull. Given the proximity of that manoeuvre, but he did... Sorry, proximity of that missile, but he got away with it and is now putting damage onto that Panther. Valentina Kerman gets a scorching, but doesn't appear to be anything fatal for the moment. The remaster has switched its attention. Now going for that other Panther. Richmore Kerman breaking low. Hasn't managed to shake the attention of the... Oh, look at that turning circle! Now has managed to get behind the 121, the remastered 121. It seems to be having a few stability issues. I don't know, I'm not sure if that's just because it's trying to pull some evasive manoeuvres. Gets scorched, no major damage. Breaks very low indeed. Manages to shake off the Panther, I'm not sure for how much longer. Comes about, tries to take advantage of it. Gets a little bit too close, can't quite make it count. Gets guns away. A lot of fuss about nothing there. Gets a sidewinder away. That might be a little too close. Doesn't come to anything. Now has a sidewinder coming for him. Yeah. I'll tell you what, considering it was 2-on-1, I don't think the remasters did badly at all. I think we've got a bit of time to spare actually. Given the I want to rerun that one because that was some good dogfighting. Engines still have yaw active. I'll take a look at that. And then once we've finished, we'll do this, and then we've got to get on to Titan's next craft, the K-72. 720 circles surprised me though. Let's just go back over to the remasters. What was it you were saying? No, I don't think you can turn off. Oh yes, you can. Oh, do you need to do them individually? Okay. Not as good as Generation 2 ASCU drones. I only did minor tweaks. They're not bad craft. I mean, as I've said many times, very much sort of on the speed end of the manoeuvrability versus speed spectrum. But they haven't, I mean, especially sort of last season, Season 2 of Fighters with Fiber, they weren't doing badly. Okay, I might do the reverse of what I did last time. Because last time I think we followed the Panthers up and then switched to the remastered 121s. And then sort of started to switch between the two. But I might start with the remasters, then go for the Panthers, and then we'll start switching it up as some more of the results start coming in. Just something way too low control authority. What are you doing, Valentina? What the... And now it's Richmal Kerman's turn to... Oh! But one of the remastered 121s hit by a missile and disappears into just a cloud of dust. Missiles now going back and forth. Might be a little too close for those Sidewinders to be optimally effective. But that's 3 of them. What can this Panther do? Managed to avoid them. That looks like the remaster got a bit of a hit. Did it? Yes. I think it lost its air intakes. No, it just lost its engines. Trying valiantly to bring guns to bear. To glide around and try and do some damage. Oh. Oh, what Jebediah wouldn't give for one, just the one Sidewinder at the moment. It looks like he's going to get one in a second though. Although, without any engines, they're not really going to do much good. I like the aerodynamics. It looks like it's gliding quite well. Yeah. Without any engines, the Sidewinders just cannot lock on. I think it might make it safely down to the ground, which will be a bit of an achievement in itself. If we're honest. Yeah. Sidewinders just cannot lock on. Here comes the landing gear. It's going to be a rough one. Loses a tail plane. I mean, you haven't done badly, Jebediah, all things considered. Coughs in wing surface. It looks like the Panther F2 hasn't quite finished. Jebediah's still trying to come about. Okay, I think we'll... I think we'll have to call that there. Panther still is in guard mode. I'm waiting. Sorry, Reaper, have I missed something? Let's recover vessel. "12 concurrent viewers, 11 likes. Thank you very much, everybody. I am just going to quickly switch away from KSP to check on something. Lovely stuff, lovely stuff. Okay, sorry about that. Waiting for the Panther to finish the job. Yeah, it's just one of those things. It's sometimes they do get around and actually start trying to shoot the thing up on the ground. Sometimes they just, for whatever reason, lose interest. Well, they don't lose interest. What normally tends to happen is they just sort of fly and turn around and start coming in, but they don't have enough of a run up to actually line up the shot properly. So what do we have here from Titan RT? It looked like you open the live stream. It looks like you might be the one that closes it. I've gone well past it, haven't I? Well done, I know my alphabet. K72 Kintaro. Okay. All right. Interesting. Just taking a peek at some of these things and the... Slight slant on the radome. It's an interesting looking craft. Is that tweak scale? No, it's just been clipped in a bit. Okay. Okay, let's go take this for a test flight. Right, let's take this off. Let's see how this handles, and then we'll chuck it into a bit of death and destruction. It does seem to handle quite well. Ooh. Go super maneuver all for a bit and then sort of recovers. Handles quite nicely. Interesting. Very interesting, Mr. Bond. Okay, let's put this into some fights. Titan, you have intrigued me. Okay. I'm going to want the brakes on, aren't I? Let's get vessel mover. Move vessel. I'm noticing hints of my cyclone here. Was it Titan? Was it you that was saying you were going to do something that was sort of inspired by that design? I'm not sure if it was you and this is it, but it just I'm noticing flavours of it. Daffy Kerman. Yeah, it can definitely Cobra. No, but it kind of was. Oh, fair enough. Spawn vessel. Let's go for the one of these we haven't seen yet. The Red Hawk F2. And down again. In real life, dihedral adds stability to a craft. Sort of roll stability. Roll stability is simulated incredibly poorly in Kerbal Space Program. I think you can sometimes get it to work, but it's not that easy. Oh God. Let's just fire everything up. Right. Let's say that these aren't, as like Alexa's, aren't a massive adjustment on the initial Red Hawk, so we're just going to stick mostly with the K-72s. Let's check, see if I've received anything else in the mail. I have received something in the mail. Oh, those were those oh! I was calm. I was always calm. There was no panic here. Sent you a fixed cyclone in the Discord. I did get that. I think we're gonna run a little long here, so I think we'll probably won't get round to that. Sadly. Everybody breaking low, firing missiles. Doesn't look like anybody's done any damage. Now Daffy Kerman pulls around hard. Let's loose with one AMRAAM. are set up for 2 missiles a target. I only think Daffy managed to get away the 1. Yeah, still has that 1 extra AMRAAM left over. Might be able to turn around and use it here, though. There we go. Gets it away. Now's the turn and start popping countermeasures. Might be heading a bit too head-on to that missile. That's not looking good. That's not looking good at all. That's quite a lot of damage. That's even more damage. Jebediah Kerman will have to do this on his own. At an ideal range for Sidewinders. But sadly, so was the other craft. The Redhawks, though, seem to have dodged the Sidewinders. That's reasonably impressive. As the last remaining bit of K-72 Kintaro just Catherine wheels into the ground. Is it? It's staying. I think it's almost, if anything, it's climbing. The Redhawks determined to try and finish it off, though. Sidewinders coming in. Do manage to take out the engine. So victory for the Redhawks there. Because of for various issues. I mean, normally I try and keep a cap on the how long the stream runs for, but tonight for various reasons it is very important that it comes to a reasonably prompt end. So I think I'm gonna be aiming for about the 2-hour mark. So what I might do is, seeing as I've gotten this little mailbag zip where Omega has sent me this little collection of replicas. What I'm going to do is I am going to take the Su-47. We'll take a look at the Su-47. If I can switch to the live window. Helicopter mode. Activate hover. I'm going to take a look at this craft, the Su-47. Sukhoi Su-47. Not my own take on the Su-47, which I based the Redhawks on. But we are going to take a look at this. Ooh! That's an interesting looking craft. Yeah, that is... That is an interesting looking craft. It's got the got a GAU 8. She does look like a beauty. Let's just see what we can... a lot of parts, I think. Just judging by how long that took to load. These are automatically on wet mode, so let's fire it up, take the brakes off. Turned quite well there. Interesting. Quite slow in the roll, which, if I remember, my SU-47 was much the same, although it couldn't turn like that. I think you've set these up. You've got these on roll. Just having a quick look at this one. So if I try and turn, yeah, these are set up wrong for roll. We need to take them back the other way. Yeah, that's much better. I think these inside ones are set up for pitch and roll, so it's not going to be quite so easy. Although, surely these are behind the centre of mass. I'm not sure. I'll have to. Without taking it. Well, let's take it back into the spaceplane hangar. Then we'll take a quick look at that. We'll put it into a dogfight, and I think that will have to end the stream. Because, as I said, I'm trying to. Tonight, it is particularly important that I get this. I mean, that's almost on the centre of mass. So I'm not sure if you're going to really achieve much by sort of setting that up for pitch. So if you get these for roll, and we take them down to -20 instead of 20. I'm just going to save this version of it. 117 parts isn't that bad. I don't know why it's they only said in the event every other pitch control surface was destroyed. Okay, fair dues. What's my current F-16? How's my F-16 you use? It's probably around 120. Fair enough. So quickly, let's take this up. Still not super quick in the roll, but a lot better than it was. Okay, revert to launch. "12 concurrent viewers, 12 likes. Thank you very much, everybody, for that. Let's go and stick this into a dogfight. Let's grab another SU-47. 13. Sorry, 13? Have I missed something? Do you have a craft that's 13 parts? Right. I'm not sure what I'm going to put these up against. I mean, the most sensible thing, I think, would be my own my own SU-47 analogue, which would be the Red Hawk. It's 2 parts and it still wins every fight. It's called a probe core and a nuclear bomb. Yeah, that'd do it. Daffy Kerman. Right, yeah. Get you roughly lined up. Place vessel and then spawn vessel. "13 likes. Oh, I see, it's only showing 12 likes my end. Showing 13 concurrent viewers now, though. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming along and watching, by the way. Let's get you vaguely lined up there. You are pretty good already. Get you offset a bit. Brakes on, vessel mover off. Switch teams. Let's get you fired up. Quick save, and let's get going. I think these craft just look like they've got a shed load of parts. I mean, 114 is quite a lot. A little slower off the ground than the Red Hawks. Yeah, Red Hawks quicker up to altitude. But I am interested to see how they perform in the fight, because these SU-47s, yeah, you've sent in Amiga, they do have quite a bit of turning power on them. Where are we? 7 kilometers. So fight will start any second now. Turns out I have my brakes set really low. Thank you for providing the quality of the entertainment in these trying times. Oh, bless you, Reaper. Jebediah Kerman gets away 1 AMRAAM, gets away 2 AMRAAMs, having to brake and dodge those coming in from the Red Hawks. Coming about now, though. Gets away another AMRAAM. Would he manage to get away another second, another complete volley? No, it's just the one this time. How's Daffy Kerman doing? Daffy Kerman seems to be doing alright, coming about. If she's got any missiles incoming, might be a little too tail on. Oh, that was close. Yeah, maybe a little too tail on there. Gets away, I think that was her last AMRAAM there. Jebediah Kerman, though, closing the distance quickly. Having to break off, missiles incoming. Popping lots of chaff and flares. Might be well too tail on. No, it goes past. Ah! That one didn't go past. Yeah, as I said, a bit too tail on there. One of the Red Hawks, though, also obliterated. It's 1-on-1. Or maybe not. Valentina Kerman, I think that is. Yeah, Valentina Kerman comes in with guns, trying to finish the job off, but I'm not sure there's really much to finish off. Daphne Kerman. Let's deploy your parachute. And let's get you going back towards the old KSC there. SU-47 is not symmetrical. I need a nuclear weapon to cleanse this heresy. Oh, there's still a bit of debris flying about over there. Let's see if I can find that. No, it won't let me. I don't know why. This recent version of KSP, it just doesn't let you switch to random pieces of debris like that. But there goes the SU-47 engine into the sea as Daphne Kerman floats gently back to the shoreline. Valentina just doing laps of the KSC in showing off her skills. Isn't there a mod that makes the Kerbals into infantry? I think there is. See, Valentina comes showing off her skills. There's not really that much skill involved in doing sort of just orbiting the KSC, doing victory laps. I think that's what I was trying to get at. Trying to just slow you. So yep, there we go. Daphne Kerman survives. Good stuff. Use the M16. Let's make some hold. See it. Someone of you know how to install Curb Inside. Oh, is that the mod? That's the mod that does the that's the mod that does the just gives you extra stuff with the KSC, isn't it? And some other bases. Anyway, we are coming up on 9 o'clock. I did say this would just be a 2-hour stream tonight. Live counter is showing 1 hour 58 and 20 seconds. So I think we should best call it a day there. I'd love to continue because we're up to our highest number of concurrent viewers that we managed to sustain for any period of time. But for anybody joining us, this will of course be available to watch back. We got through quite a few craft that people have sent in tonight. You're welcome. You're welcome, Tyson. Thank you very much for the craft. Thank you everybody for the craft. Whether you're watching this live or watching it back and you've sent me something. Yeah, we'll be back next weekend, hopefully for the last of the Fighter Subscriber Season 3 preliminaries, depending on what happens with trying to sort out the remaining craft that are yet to go through that. And of course, next Saturday, before that, there will of course be part 4 of Season 3 of Fighter Subscriber, and if I don't fluff it up again, some more Skyrim midweek. Next week is not birthday. No, birthday is a week Tuesday, and I will be doing birthday the following Saturday. We missed Mailbag stream, to be honest. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, that will be, in a fortnight's time. We'll be back to those anyway. Thanks for coming along, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Yes, and see you soon for more of that. But in the meantime, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time.